everyone, I'm Jessica Blackbird. Welcome to my channel. So you guys, remember when myself and other YouTubers were posting videos about the United States only having 25 days of diesel left? And that information was put out by a major diesel supplier. I don't remember the name of who it was, but everyone, including Tucker Carlson, reported on this. And so yesterday, CBSNews.com put out this article. No, the US is not going to run out of diesel in 25 days. So what is the truth? Is that company telling the truth, or is this new article telling the truth? Before I get to the article, let me read this to you. The governor of South Dakota signed an executive order to bring relief from supply shortages of certain products. So she signed in a 30-day order which declares a state of emergency and exempts delivery of gasoline, diesel, fuel, jet fuel, propane, ethyl alcohol, natural gas, diesel exhaust fluid, and anhydrous ammonia from federal motor carrier regulations regarding drivers' hours of service. So when you're driving a big rig, an 18-wheeler, you have to drive a certain amount of hours and you have to rest a certain amount of hours. And this is for safety and other reasons. And they have to keep a journal, or I don't know what you call it, but they write down their hours that they're driving, the hours that they're resting, and it all has to match up at the end of the day, right? So those are federal rules. I don't know all of the federal rules involved with this, but that is just the ones that I know about. So all of that was waived because they needed them to be able to deliver these petroleum products, okay? And the waiver will address supply shortages being reported in the state by businesses and residents, in part due to the needs of harvest and preparation for winter. Although hours of service have been temporarily suspended for commercial drivers, companies may not require or allow fatigued drivers to make deliveries. All other road safety and vehicle compliance regulations still apply. So it was in South Dakota and one other state that these emergency executive orders were signed. So does that tell you something? It says that there are shortages and they're trying to get, the fuel to people. And let me read this CBS article that was put out yesterday on the 2nd. A major U.S. diesel fuel supplier warned of an oil shortage on the East Coast on Monday and suggested that it could cause prices on a variety of consumer goods to rise in the near term. But while inventories of diesel and gasoline are lower than they historically have been, the tight supply of diesel fuel is no cause for panic, and the U.S. is not going to run out of it, according to energy market experts. On Tuesday, headlines indicating that the U.S. is down to a 25-day supply of diesel proliferated. Fox News host Tucker Carlson last week tweeted that this country is about to run out of diesel fuel. The current limited supply, however, does not mean the U.S. will be out of diesel used to fuel trucks and heating systems in that time period. Inventories of diesel and gasoline are down below the 5-year averages, and if the entire world were to stop, we would have 25 days worth of diesel. But the world doesn't stop. We're not counting on it stopping, adheres a professor of energy economics at the University of Houston told CBS Money Watch. He likened the situation to a grocery store supply of milk at any given time. Your grocery store may have an inventory of 3 days of milk. That's because they only have 3 days worth at any given point. But the cow keeps milking, the farmers keep sending milk, and the dairy keeps delivering, Hers said. That said, a number of factors are currently weighing on the domestic supply of diesel fuel. The tighter than usual supply stems from events that took place as long ago as 2019. Russia's war on Ukraine, refinery shutdowns due to CV-19, and Hurricane Ida, which you guys tore up Louisiana. We were out of electricity for 5 or 6 days here. Hurricane Ida and fire explosion at a Philadelphia refinery back in 2019 have all contributed to reduced refining capacity of roughly 1 million barrels per day, according to energy expert Patrick DeHaan of GasBuddy. Because the nation is dealing with less refining capacity than in early 2019, and at the same time, the reopening of the economy went from 0 to 100 miles per hour, there was a letting out of pent-up demand, and the system is now under strain, he told CBS Money Watch. As demand starts to throttle back, I expect modest improvements down the line, not necessarily in the next few weeks. Europe has also stopped purchasing oil from Russia as a result of its attack on Ukraine, leading to more competition for diesel fuel for the Northeast. Europe is turning to other places than Russia to buy fuel, and it's competing with the Northeast for a finite amount of diesel, DeHaan said. However, none of this means the U.S. will run out of diesel. It's not real, Hers, the economics professor, said, referring to rumors that the U.S. might soon run out of diesel. In terms of supply on hand, the U.S. is down about 15% compared to last year and 31% compared to 2 years ago, according to Hers calculation. Now we have 25 days supply when we would ordinarily have around 35 to 40, he said. The only way there would be a run on diesel is if buyers panic and start stockpiling, Hers said, adding that could cause an issue. The price of diesel fuel remains high at around $5.30 a gallon ahead of the holidays. This will be something that keeps the price of goods higher, GasBuddy's DeHaan said. So this is going to cause higher delivery prices, which is going to make our price at the stores go up, you guys, for grocery and non-grocery products. So continuing with the article, while the diesel shortage won't affect consumers at the pump, it could squeeze them at the store aisles. If logistics and delivery services are paying more for fuel, some of those increased costs will be passed down to shoppers and could exacerbate inflation in the near term and throughout the holiday season. Consumers won't feel it when filling up with gasoline, but as they shop for the holidays, the cost of goods will be higher, DeHaan said. It will contribute to some level of inflation. He noted that Amazon Prime this year hiked the price of an annual membership that offers perks like expedited shipping on online orders. It increased by 17%. Amazon is flying more planes and paying more to do it. Higher fuel prices are baked into the cost of what you're paying for Prime, he said. So that makes sense, you guys. I know many of you who have Amazon, including myself, we've seen our monthly subscription price go up. And mine went from like $13.99 or $12.99 to $17.99. Anyway, you guys, they're saying we're going to see the prices go up in the stores. So I hope you guys are preparing. I hope you have some food stockpiled. Some people like I've said before, especially our elderly, they are going to go hungry. So if you have an elderly person in your family or in your neighborhood that you can help in any way, even the smallest of ways, is still a help. Try to do that for them. We can't allow our elderly to starve, go hungry, suffer, you guys. So they are so vulnerable. And this is a really scary time for all of us, but especially for them. So you guys, let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. What do you think the truth is? Do you think that we're going to run out of diesel in less than 25 days now? Or do you think that if the powers that be, keep people from running on the gas stations and hoarding diesel, do you think that will be okay? Let me know what you think in the comments.